Hey everybody, Bill Lane, Realtor here. I wanted to talk a little bit about our buyer process and dig in a little deeper on what exactly it is we do. And I've talked about it in the past. The first thing we do is we coach our clients. As soon as we start sending them searches, the expedience in which they check those searches out and get back to us on any properties they might have interest in is of the utmost importance. And that's because communication is how we're getting offers accepted. A lot of agents have asked me, how are you getting these offers accepted? And it's simply communication. That's what it comes down to. So our strategy is, as soon as our clients tell us they see a property they like, and again, I'm stressing to my clients, you need to be checking these searches on a daily basis. I need a reply, within 24 hours, if possible. And obviously, my clients can do what they want, but if they want to be successful, this is kind of what we need to do. And I coach them heavily on that. And if they don't listen to me after a couple times of losing out on properties when they didn't do that, they learn. So anyway, that's the most important thing, getting them to do that. Now, once they've identified a property for me, and I want this to happen immediately after the properties come on the market, I'm going to open up that line of communication with the seller's agent right away. I'm going to call that listing agent, and I'm not just going to ask him, hey, can we view the property? And I'm going to really have a conversation with him. I'm going to try to find out as much as I can about the agent, what's important to the agent, what's important to the seller. Is there anything I can do on the offer to sweeten the pot? Why is the seller moving? Are they leaving the state, or are they downsizing? I'm going to try to find out what their motivations are, and everything I can about the seller, about the listing agent, and in a conversational manner, in a non-threatening way, which I'm very good at. I'm not bragging, but I'm good at that. So I'll dig in and try to find out. And at the same time, I'm trying to develop that rapport between myself and the listing agent, let them know that, hey, I'm personable, I'm friendly, I'm easy, let's get this done, let's coordinate, and that I'm a professional, and I'm developing a rapport early on. So after I have that conversation, my next call is going to be to your lender, and I'm going to recap my conversation that I just had with the listing agent, go over what I found out, all the details, what's important to the agent, what's important to his client, the seller. And then the your lender and I will have kind of a strategy session on what can we do with this information, and how can we package you in a way that addresses some of these concerns and the things that are important to the seller and the listing agent. So then we'll coordinate our strategy, and then your lender will call and present you from the financial side about what a great client you are. And this is, again, either before you've even seen the property or very early on in the process. And the lender will talk about your pre-qual and how strong a candidate you are. And we'll frame everything based on how we can structure things to address the items that were important to the seller and the listing agent. So there's a deep strategy involved in it's not just making a phone call, although that's step one. A lot of agents aren't even doing that. They don't even call. They just send an email with the offer, and then they wonder why they're not getting offers accepted. So even making a call is better than that, right? So if you're just calling to make a list, you've taken one step. Now let's take it a step further and embellish on the call a little bit. And I've found it to be super helpful in getting offers accepted, because there's a rapport developed. And I'm making several other phone calls throughout the process as well. After we visit the property, I'll call him and give him feedback that way. I'm not going to fill out the thing on showing time or some BS email. I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to call him and let him know how interested you were in the property, how much you like it, and then I'll hammer home some other positive points about your case. Then I'll have the lender call and say, hey, I heard the tour went well. Just want to let you know we progressed on, XYZ's loan here. We've taken a couple more steps since we last talked. Everything's looking fabulous. What a candidate he is, blah, blah, blah. And again, these conversations are happening throughout the process. This is critical. This is how we're doing it. It's not rocket science, folks. It's communication, and it's deep communication, though. It's not just making a phone call, although, as I mentioned, a lot of agents don't do that. But 90% of agents aren't doing this, right? They're not making that connection, and they're not digging in a little deeper. And that's what we're doing. That's all we're doing. It's not rocket science. It's just a matter of making our package the most comfortable for the listing agent to accept, And, hey, if someone's got 100% cash on the offer, we're probably not going to win that one. But we have a much better chance of getting accepted when we've developed that rapport, not just me, but the lender as well. The agent is super comfortable with your financial picture and knows everything about your offer, knows he's comfortable that everything's going to go smoothly with us. And if there's any way to make the transaction happen, that we'll get it done. And all that's been set up throughout the process because we communicated often and early, and we communicated with value. That's the other thing. Making phone calls to the agent is one thing, but if you're calling to hem and haw, you have nothing of value to say, then don't make the call. Make sure when you make that phone call, you're bringing some value to the call. Like you're, giving a review of the listing. When I call after that, I'm going to give him the review, and I'm also going to give him some kind of an update, right? I'm giving him some information and hoping that he's going to kick back some information to me as well. And normally that's what happens. The rapport is developed in that first phone call, and from there it just continues throughout the transaction, and things go smoothly. So anyway, that's how we do it in a nutshell. 619-243-4000. If I can help you with your situation, if you're an agent, just want to talk, give me a call. Happy to talk to anybody anytime. Text me, call me, whatever works for you. Clients, same thing. Love to talk to you. Love to help you out. Do an excellent job for you, and we'll help you get your offer accepted. That's what we do. 619-243-4000. Everybody have a great day. Thank you very much.